All right, what's up everyone? I'm back here for hole number 3. Now what I'll typically use is the big topper, especially if I have like a 5 or a 6. You can see the top spin so good. The minimum driver that I'll try to use is a Thor's Hammer 6, Thor's Hammer 7, or a Pach 7. Those are the only times that I'm going to deviate from big topper. So since I do have a Thor 6 on this account, I just want to show you what it's capable of. And the biggest thing for what it can do is it can get you to land longer than the big topper. So what that landing longer is going to do, it's going to land in a more safe zone to where it's not challenging the rough edge, which is going to be, definitely advantageous to be able to have that happen. Let's see if we get, it looks like we did draw a good wind. This is exactly what you want, is you want the wind to be on the higher. Keep in mind, slight variations in this angle can, cause it to go more towards the right or longer. So you can't get too much about playing fixed. You'll have to be a little bit more cautious with the way that you go about doing this. Another thing you can do is, as you can see, I can kind of scale my ball. You see that I set up a Berserker, for instance. What that can allow me to do is go into less overpower, which could make for an easier tee shot. So it is something that you at least want to consider doing. Let me see if I have 111 on here. I'm pretty sure I do. We're going to go Thor. We are going to take a look. Just kind of set up like this. Try to get an idea of where the ball's going to land. I have a hunch. I know it's going to be somewhere kind of in the vicinity of kind of 1 per ring. But as I mentioned, we do want to land much more aggressive towards the top half of this fairway. That extra length is really going to pay off. You can see right around 8 rings. So that may be just a little bit too much overpower. So I am going to scale back on this. I don't want to challenge it too much, as I will be kind of right at the top of this. Other than that, I'm going to curl back significantly. And you can see with what I'm doing with my power, it's relatively full, but just coming off of it a little. But this extra length and carry that we can get will actually make it, definitely longer club. You can see that I can land much more on the top of the fairway, which typically gets me to the green anyway. And as I mentioned, that curl's going to be a big factor, and you're going to actually see a possibility for a condor here. As you can see that I'm just coming in just past the hole. So again, I think the big topper is going to be the club unless you have Thor's Hammer 6. Keep in mind, Thor's Hammer 5 is probably only going to put you somewhere up around here, more than likely, unless you really get it on that north edge. And similarly with an Pach 6, you could probably get it towards the front, but you can also roll it right onto the front surface here and be outside of the range or get a max putt. So you do want to kind of, keep that in mind as to why to kind of use the big topper. So you can maybe just get it in there and make sure that it doesn't just kind of gently roll onto the front edge. It's just going to kind of require a perfect ball or very, very close timing with your big topper. But keep that in mind. As you can see, very, very easy albatross that's set up here. And similarly with condor, guys will potentially be able to get a hole-in-one here with perfect speed. So good luck with this one, guys, and I'll see you guys on 4 momentarily.